Well, good morning, Scouters Mountain students and staff, and for our community members catching this on the internet, on the school website. Great to see all of you again. I hope all of you enjoyed a super sunny weekend. Will that sun continue this week? It's hard to tell from this morning. I don't know if we'll have a lot of sun this week. I hope we do. Welcome to the Monday Morning Messages. It is Monday, April 25th, 2022. Can you believe it? This is the last Monday in April. The next time we do the morning messages, it'll be May. Monday morning messages in May already. I can't believe how fast this school year is going by. You are all doing such a super job. And we have an exciting week ahead to tell you about right here. What do we need to know this week, Mr. Long? Well, first, National Poetry Month continues. You did such a great job on the Roses Are Red poems last week. I think that's the largest number of kids who participated in any kind of challenge I've ever given here at school. I had poems every day to be reading. I hope I've got them all back to you. You all got your 5 Howl tickets. They were very well deserved. And you'll have a different poem to write this week. I think this one's going to be a little more challenging. So I hope we get just as much participation again. You guys did such a great job on the last one. It is also this week Administrative Professionals Week. What in the world does that mean? Administrative professionals. Well, that is a fancy way of saying thank you to these two people who mean so much to our school. That is Mrs. Zak on the left, Mrs. Eickhoff or Mrs. E on the right. You know them as the two in the office who take care of our school. Lots of things go on in our school that they are in charge of. You might see them in the morning if you're a little bit late to school, or if you get hurt on the playground, need to visit the health room, or all kinds of other things. I know that I could never thank them enough for all the things they do for our school. Plus, they have to put up with me in the office. It is National Administrative Professionals Week, which kind of is a fancy way of saying, let's thank our secretaries this week. So if you have some time, make sure you wish them a happy Secretaries Week, or if you'd like to make a card for each of them, they love displaying those, or a poster that they can put up on the wall behind them. We want to make sure that we recognize them and all the great work they do for our school. Our school would not run and it wouldn't be as happy without those two smiling faces. You can't see their smiles right there, though. They still had their masks on during that time. But we want to definitely celebrate Mrs. Zak and Mrs. E this week. It is Administrative Professionals Week. What else do we need to know this week? Oh, my goodness, yes. There is a Friday Howl Assembly this Friday. Some of you have been very excited about that and asking, when's the next Friday Howl Assembly? It is this Friday, and we will be handing out Mountain Dew Awards for students who do show extra kindness. We've been looking for kindness as our character trait these past few weeks, and I know we'll have lots of kids who deserve those awards on Friday. But that's not all that's happening on Friday. It's also a day when you'll have a guest teacher once again reading aloud in the morning in your classroom. So remember, we did this a couple of months ago during our reading celebration around the school. You had a teacher from a classroom right above you in your grade come read to you. This time we're going to do that again. You'll get a different teacher. So 5th grade teachers will come read to a 4th grade classroom. 4th grade teachers will read to a 3rd grade classroom, and so on, all the way down until our kindergarten teachers, well, they're going to be reading to 5th graders. They're not used to having kids that old. That will happen between about 8:40 and 9 o'clock on Friday morning. It's always super fun for me to walk around and see all of you listening to favorite stories from a teacher you don't usually have, but maybe you'll have that teacher next year. Who knows? We'll find all that out as the summer progresses. But this Friday is a big day. So we've got an assembly. We've got a guest reader in the morning. Oh, and we've got another major announcement about this Friday, ladies and gentlemen. This Friday is the last Friday of the month. And you know what that means? It is a school spirit day. So what are we going to be doing? Well, if you can read that, this Friday is Backwards Day. That says Happy Backwards Day. Notice it is written backwards. So that means you can wear your clothes backwards, not inside out, no underwear on the head, trying to be funny, nothing like that. But you can wear your clothes backwards. Now, that's a Friday, so you'll probably be wearing your Scouters Mountain shirt, but I bet I'll see lots of Scouters Mountain shirts with the logo on the back and just plain green on the front if you have them on backwards. Now, you can wear your pants backwards that day if you would like. It's going to be a little tricky if you need to use the restroom, but anything you would like to wear backwards, I wouldn't wear your shoes backwards, maybe on the wrong feet, but that wouldn't be very comfortable. But remember, this is not trying to be funny. We're just going to have some fun and wear things backwards that day. Maybe I'll wear a tie on my back that day. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do. So Three big things happening Friday: school assembly, school spirit day for backwards day, and you'll have a guest teacher reading to you Friday morning. Should be super fun. So that's going on. There's some examples of what it looks like on backwards day. You can see those kids have their front of their shirts on the back. Their hats are backwards. You can see the girl on the right with her overalls or coveralls or whatever you call those. Those are worn backwards. You can certainly do all of that on backwards day. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on backwards day. Should be a lot of fun. And hopefully we can handle all the backwards things that are going on that day. Should be a great day. Who is celebrating a birthday this week? Well, we have a few. Caitlin and Caleb Chan. Happy birthday to both of them today. In Mrs. Olson's second grade, they are celebrating a birthday today, as is Adam Watkins from Mr. Burr's room. Happy birthday, Adam. So we have 3 birthdays happening today, our first day back after a sunny weekend. Tomorrow, Eliana's birthday in Miss Hatchell's room. And then Wednesday is Kai, another birthday in Miss Hatchell's room. So back-to-back birthdays in Miss Hatchell's room. And then we have one other birthday later this week, and that is our 5th grade friend, Jaden McCraw, who some of you call Bob. He goes by Bob once in a while. In Miss McCoy's 5th grade, his birthday also happening later this week. So some birthdays happening in April, our last week of April before it becomes May. All right, what is the weekly challenge as we continue to celebrate National Poetry Month? Now, last week, you did such a great job with your Roses Are Red poems. We had all kinds of them come in. I bet out of 450 or so students that are in our school, I bet we probably had 300, maybe a little bit less, but over half of our kids that wrote Roses Are Red poems. This week, it's going to be a little more challenging. I'll get to that in a second. Let me show you some of the examples from the Roses Are Red poems that came into the office. Here's some great ones. Check out this one. There's the example. Roses are red. Pizza sauce is too. I ordered a large, and none of it is for you. That's kind of mean, but we did get some people that came up with some very creative Roses Are Red poems. Here's some from around the school. I believe this was Patrick in Miss Webke's room. Roses are red, violets are blue. This upcoming Thursday, my homework is due. Well, Patrick, I hope you got that turned in on time and did a nice job on it. Here's another one from Tyler in Miss Bostwick's room. Roses are red, violets are blue. I like potatoes, and so should you. Well, I like potatoes, Tyler, usually as French fries or tater tots, but potatoes, that's a nice vegetable to eat once in a while. Here's Clara from Miss Matthews' room. Roses are red, buttercups are yellow. I love it when you say hello. Good job of rhyming hello and yellow, Clara. Very creative. Great job by our 3rd grade friend Clara in 3rd grade. Now, I didn't get the name on this one because I blew it up really large. Roses are red, violets are blue. My dog ate my homework, so there was no work to do. That's a very creative one. I love that one. Thanks for writing that. Whoever that was, I can't remember exactly who that was. And then we have this one from Alejandro. He's in Miss Webke's 5th grade. Roses are red, violets are blue. All of this pollen has got me saying, achoo. That's right. There is a lot of pollen in the air. Very creative, Alejandro. Super job on that one. So what is going to be our challenge this week, our final week of National Poetry Month? What are we going to do? Let's see. We've written haikus. We've written Roses Are Red poems. I'm going to give you one that's a little more challenging, but I know you can do it. This type of poem is called a tanka. Have you ever heard of a tanka? No, not the Tonka trucks, the little trucks that are for kids. This is a type of Japanese poetry called a tanka. And here's how you write it. It's kind of like a haiku, only this time it's 5 lines. Remember, a haiku was only 3 lines. A tanka is 5 lines. The first one is 5. The second line is 7 syllables, where you count out the beats in your words. Line 3 is 5, and then line 4 is 7, and line 5 is 7. So this is going to be a little more challenging to end the month. Let's see an example of a tanka poem that you could write. And we're not going to copy this one, but here's an example. So this one says, it's about the beach. Hot sand, my toes squish. 5 syllables. Sun did shine down upon me. 7. Red, my skin did get. 5. Now these last 2 lines should be 7 apiece. My day at the beach is done. Tomorrow, another one. Look at that. 5, 7, 5. 7, 7. So you really got to count out your syllables on this one. I know you guys can do it. It's a little more challenging, but I'm sure you can do it. Can't wait to see what you come up with for tanka poems, a form of Japanese poetry, just like haikus. Let's see if you can come up with a tanka similar to that one. Now, it could be about school. I know my directions say school. So there's your lines again. Line 1 is 5. Line 2 is 7. Line 3 has 5 beats, and line 4 and line 5 have 7 again. Doesn't have to be about school, even though it says right there, some of you, that's kind of hard to do about school. If you can do it about school, great. But if you want to do it about the beach, like the example, or about something else, about the playground or one of your friends, let's see if you can write a Tonka poem. 57577 are your lines. Can't wait to see what you come up with. I know you'll do a great job on that one. All right, before we move on, I always like to show some fun Scouters photos and videos. We had lots of classy lunches last week. We had Quinn, Kaysen, Sophia, Emma, Aaron, Jalen, Atari, Aiden, and Claire all celebrating classy lunches. Some of you don't like having your pictures taken. Look at that. Look at Harper and Aiden making the funny faces on the left right there. And then also I got this cool picture sent to me for Miss Matthews. Clara in her class made this about school being magical. She made a little poster. School is magical. School is cool. School is learning. School is a good, and school is awesome. Plus a lot more. Look at all those. And she made that drawing. Very good job, Clara. I thought we would show that off. Then I want to show you this video. That is Carver Snodgrass. Now, Carver is in 4th grade. He's in Miss Rowley's room. You can notice there are a lot of people out here. Look at all the people out there in the stands. This was opening day for baseball a couple of weekends ago, and they needed someone to sing the national anthem. Now, that would take a lot of courage to go up in front of all these people and sing, but that's exactly what Carver did. Now, Carver said I could show this, just not the whole thing. We're not going to see all of it, but check out the courage that it took for Carver to go up in his baseball uniform and sing the national anthem to kick off the baseball season for everyone. Let's hear it. Here he goes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Wow, great job, Carver. That takes a lot of courage. Look at all these people out here in the audience that are looking at him and all eyes on him, hands over hearts. We'll do that a little bit later for our Pledge of Allegiance as well. I just wanted to show how cool that is that Carver had the courage to go up in front and do that in front of everyone during baseball's opening day. All right, let's wrap up the show like we always do with our joke of the week. And this one comes from Dimitri Turner. He's in 5th grade in Mrs. Battine's classroom. Let me get the volume turned up so we can hear Dimitri. Let's see if you know this joke of the week. Dimitri actually gave me 3, so I may have to use other jokes from Dimitri later on in the year. But here's Dimitri with his joke of the week. Listen closely. Here we go.
How do you get rid of dead batteries?
How do you get rid of dead batteries? That's a good question. How do you get rid of dead batteries, Dimitri? Let's see, dead batteries. Let's see, they don't have any juice anymore. That means you pour out the juice. I don't know. I'm kind of stumped, Dimitri. How do you get rid of dead batteries? Lay it on us.
You give them away free of charge.
You give them away free of charge. Very good. You give them away free. Get it? Battery doesn't have a charge anymore, so they are free of charge. Excellent job, Dimitri. If you have a joke of the week, make sure you email it or send a video of you telling it to Mr. Long. You can even come up to me and say, hey, Mr. Long, can I tell a joke? Can you record me doing it? That's what I did for Dimitri, and that's what I did the week before for a couple of our 1st grade friends from Miss Ireland's room. Or you can have your teacher video it. You can do it at home and send me the video. There's the email address right there, longc@nclac.k12.or. All right, that ends the morning messages, unless you're sticking around for the Pledge of Allegiance. If not, you can say goodbye right here and stop the video. If you are sticking around, have a great week ahead and get ready for the Pledge of Allegiance in 3, 2, and 1. All right, leading off the Pledge of Allegiance this week, stand by, because we do have a guest classroom leading that, and it will be Mrs. Grimm and Mrs. Marsden's 5th grade classroom. Okay, let me get settled in right here, and so I'm ready for them. There they are right there. There's Aiden right in front. You're going to hear his voice. Get ready, listen to their instructions, and here we go.
Please stand.
All right, I'm going to pause the video while Mrs. Grimm and Mrs. Marston's class gets ready. I know you are getting ready right now. Everyone's standing and facing the flag. And now listen for Mrs. Grimm and Mrs. Marston's class to lead us through the Pledge of Allegiance. Here we go.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Super job by Mrs. Grimm and Mrs. Marsden's room. Always great to hear from all of you. I believe we have some more teachers who are starting to send those in. I appreciate that very much. Continue to send in those submissions. Have a great week ahead, everyone. It is the final week in April. Hopefully we'll have some sunshine and a big Friday coming up with an assembly with our Mountain Dew Awards, with reading around the classrooms, and with Backwards Day, all coming up on Friday. Can't wait to see you around the hallways. Have a super week ahead, and I will see you around the building.